Hi, Zoe. So let's just talk a little bit about yourself. I have some questions for you, and I was just wondering, what kind of barriers or problems do you have, like during this COVID era, that sometimes prohibits you from either doing activities or partaking in some exercise form or another?
I think one of my biggest problems is just sticking with a schedule and sticking with a consistent exercise plan. I love exercising and I get into it, but then something happens with school or, especially with this all this COVID stuff and everything being so in one place, it's very hard for me to separate my mindset of I want to play video games and watch TV to I need to exercise. And so I've just really been struggling with figuring out how to fit exercising in my daily schedule because sometimes I feel certain days I'm really into it and some days I'm not. And I know that the best way to exercise is to, make a plan and stick to it. So I feel like that is just my biggest struggle right now.
Yeah, sticking to a plan and making sure you're very consistent with it every day, certain time period. Yeah, that's very difficult to do. Finding the motivation to do that's pretty hard. So I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely been a motivation thing too, because I think what it comes down to is that, being in this apartment, I mean, it's my apartment's very cozy. I love it here and it's just so great. But then it's also why would I want to exercise? And I know I can go to the gym, but I really have a problem. I find it very difficult to exercise with a mask on. I want to wear a mask and I want to do what's right. But at the same time, it's hard to breathe. It's very, and then also being in Arizona, it's very hot outside. So I'm not personally one that's going to go exercise in this heat. I need it to be colder. And so I think that's just another one of my big struggles is just finding the place and figuring out what is best for me.
Of course. So I'm gonna ask you a few questions now about this. So the point is just to maybe come up with an idea about what you want to do, right? So what are ways that you would say you could find that motivation that you said you're lacking? Like whether that's in your house or going out to do something, like what do you think would help you?
I think something that could help me that has kind of already helped me a little bit has just been living with my roommate. She's really great and she's very active. So it kind of is a motivation in itself to see her doing it. And it makes me want to push myself. So I really love having that. And then I would say maybe another thing is just, being able to, I like having the resources we have here at GCU because I would say that when I was at home, it was even harder because I didn't have a gym that I could just walk to in 2 minutes. So, here, at least there is that option. I think I just need to work on maybe starting slow, wearing my mask, and then working up to something, bigger and more intensity. Yeah.
Well, okay, so then in your opinion, would you say that it would be better for you personally to do a short, maybe hit training, or would you say you're gonna more focus on, say, like a longer exercise, but at a slower pace? Like, what do you think would work best for you?
I really enjoy hit training and I like the high intensity, but I think because of the circumstances, I think I would be better off and I would be more likely to continue to go if I did do those more mild intensities but longer, because I would just be able to breathe a little more and push myself. So I really think that would be a good plan. And then also maybe also mixing it up. I think if I wrote down a plan, and really stuck to it, and then I did do that high intensity once or twice, starting off in a week, and then also just enjoying my break days. You know what I mean? I feel like I have a problem because when I don't work out, then I feel bad. So then I feel like I just need to work on that as well.
Of course, yeah, that's the trick with everybody, isn't it? Well, I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me, and hope that that plan and that schedule, you can get it down and start figuring out how you want to do that. All right.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you for talking to me.
Yeah.